In a surprise to absolutely no one, Aaron Rodgers is injured. According to Ian Rapoport, he's dealing with a hamstring, knee, ankle injury, and he is refusing medical attention. I can't think of another professional sports team that has this much drama week to week. And it's not just this year. It's years. It's been going on for a long time. They talked about, getting rid of the leaks inside the building. Well, that has utterly failed. You know who called it? 5 days ago, Boomer Esiason on WFAN had this to say. Let me bring this up. I want to play this for you. Here's what he had to say. Again, this is 5 days ago. The volume is a little low because it is recorded off my phone, but take a look.
The tape of Aaron Rodgers. I just wanted to see what's going on. Why wasn't he throwing the ball down the field? And if he was throwing the ball down the field, why wasn't he hitting anybody? And I think I always saw really one pass that went over 20 yards, and it was behind the intended receiver.
Yeah, we looked at the dispersion yesterday, and nothing was down the field.
I'm telling you right now, he's injured. He's 100% injured. And I want to say it's on his left leg, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's a hamstring. You could just tell by the way everything's coming off of his back foot. You can tell by the way that it looks like he's trying to protect his left leg. I'm sure we're going to hear about it eventually. But if I had to guess, I would say I don't know if it's a knee. I don't know if it's a hamstring. But to me, it kind of looks like it's a hamstring.
So he says in that video, we're going to hear about it eventually. And sure enough, we did. Let's bring up the article from Ian Rapoport today. And right here, about halfway down, as for Rodgers, he's been banged up this season, fighting hamstring, knee, and ankle injuries while being off and on the injury report. How injured is he? It's unclear. One source explained that Rodgers has resisted getting scans done, not wanting to reveal the severity of his injuries out of fear of having to come off the field. Aaron Rodgers' ego is once again getting in the way of this team succeeding. If he got scans done, and maybe it's not that bad, he sits for a little bit, Tyrod Taylor plays, and maybe the team can get its footing again. But you're not going to go anywhere with a 41-year-old quarterback who's hobbled. You're not going to go anywhere in this league. I think it goes all the way back to week 5. In week 5, he got rolled up on pretty bad. Here's the picture. His left leg, you can see here, is caught, and he's screaming in pain. Ever since this play, there have been multiple times during the season where he's gotten hit, he's gotten sacked, and he has kind of limped off the field. Hamstring, knee, and ankle. And Boomer says it's got to be on his left leg. His left leg is pinned underneath there. There it is. So what does this mean? How does this team move forward at this point? It's really unclear. If he's refusing medical scans, then it is just more proof that all power has been given to Aaron Rodgers at One Jets Drive. Because there is no other scenario, there is no other team that would acquiesce to a player refusing to get medical scans for an injury. I'm sorry. Aaron Rodgers is refusing to believe that he is hurt and doesn't want to come off the field. And the only reason why would be an ego thing. I don't understand it. And we had a post by Jordan Schultz yesterday that said that the split between Aaron Rodgers and Woody Johnson is overblown, that they actually have had lunch recently, and they're actually on good terms. And that goes against the Diana Rossini report saying that Woody Johnson soured on Aaron Rodgers, and he does not want to bring him back. Regardless of the relationship between Aaron Rodgers and Woody Johnson, it's clear that Woody has given a lot of power to Aaron Rodgers. But the numbers are still the numbers. Money is still money. Aaron Rodgers is going to cost $49 million in dead cap throughout his tenure with the Jets. Whether they cut him pre-June 1st and it's all in one season in 2025, or if they cut him post-June 1st, then it gets spread out to 2026. If he's on the team, that money could be spread out all the way to 2028. You are not going to want to try and pay your young guys the sauces Garrett, JJ, Brees. You're not going to be able to pay all of these guys if you're paying a big chunk of money to Aaron Rodgers all the way out into 2028. I don't think it's prudent for this team to keep him on the field right now, or prudent to keep him in your future plans. I appreciate everything Aaron Rodgers has tried to do here, but it has not worked. It just hasn't. And now the money becomes an issue. I said it before in a previous video. The chance for Aaron Rodgers was last year. And unfortunately, he got hurt. And the only two people that really brought him in were Saleh and Douglas, and they're both gone. There is no continuity. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to want to play for a team that's rebuilding. But let's be honest, what team in the NFL is going to want Rodgers at this point? It's very possible that if the Jets get rid of him, he doesn't play another down in the NFL. And I think he knows that. And that's probably why he's hiding this injury. He doesn't want to come off the field. He doesn't want his career to end like this. Again, if they do have a good relationship, Aaron Rodgers and Woody Johnson, that's fine. But the numbers are still the numbers, and that's a pretty big cap hit. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.